Hey everybody, welcome back to Gabbin W Gab. Today, as you can see, we have a very special guest. This is Marilyn.
Hi everyone.
Mary's one of my roommates, and speaking of roommates, basically, I've been a little MIA on Gabbin W Gab this semester, but we're back. And before the semester's over, I'm starting a little series on here where I'm going to interview a bunch of our roommates. So, Mara's, I'm the guinea pig. She volunteered as tribute.
Yeah.
This is Mara's room.
Welcome.
There's literally a beautiful rainbow on the
I
wall.
know. It is. It's my sanctuary here in Oxford.
I love it.
Thank you.
But, yeah, basically, Mara and I, when did we even meet?
I met you last year because my roommate freshman year, Ellie, was like,
Oh.
she was like, did you find someone to replace like the sublease or whatever? And I was like, I actually did. She's from Cincinnati.
And
she's in the new PC. And then we got to talking. And then she's like, oh my God, I love Gabby.
We danced together,
yeah, way back when.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I think we met at a rental somewhere.
Yeah, like out
Somewhere.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I just remember being like, oh my God, she's so sweet.
Oh, stop.
That
I was probably so, I think I do. I think it was at CJ's, and I was like so nervous. I was like, oh my God, I'm living with these people.
Because I was talking to, yeah, okay.
Anyway, but we got to be a lot closer through the year, obviously. We didn't even know each other before.
I know, it's kind of crazy.
I know. And I'm sad to be moving out soon,
I'm really sad.
but might as well take advantage of the time we are here together.
I've been doing it all right. Definitely.
And that's, yeah, me too. Anyway, so first, I just like want for people to kind of know who you are.
Okay.
Like, brief maybe to start, and then we can like dive into some key points, just like where you grew up, like how you like got to Miami maybe.
All right, love this question. So I'm from outside of Boston, Massachusetts, town called Acton. I went to my public elementary school and met my best friends for life there. And then I transferred to a private Catholic school that my dad teaches at, still does. He was actually my 8th grade math teacher, which is pretty crazy, or 9th grade math teacher. And yeah, I got to Miami because I was touring about 42 schools all across, up and down the East Coast. It was crazy.
What?
Any like big school.
Wait, I did not know about this.
My mom was amazing but crazy and took me to like, we went on like 2 massive road trips, like all down the East Coast. And then we did one in like Florida, and then we drove to Alabama. Like, it was crazy.
Wait, so like what school did you want to go to these schools, or did you just want to see it all and decide?
Honestly, so I toured, I thought I wanted to go to like a small Catholic school because of like my high school experience and staying like close to home. I wanted to go to Florida, and that was my dream school, but as we know, it's about $88,000 a year, and I wanted it to be like in a city, so I was kind of looking at those type of schools, toured all those schools, realized I hated them all, had a mental freak out. I was like, I am never going to get into, I'm not going to go to college, like I can't go, like I don't like any of these schools, it's not what I expected. I was like, don't worry, we'll road trip, we'll find a school that you like, there's somewhere out there that's got to be for you. And then my older brother goes to Miami, Dylan, as you know. And my mom's like, I think you'd really like Miami. You should look at it. And I was like, I'm not going to Ohio. I was so anti-Miami.
Really?
The biggest anti-Miami. And I
How'd you
here in the end.
You did?
Yeah.
So wait, when was the first time you visited?
The fall of my senior year. I met Bella out.
Wait, really?
At 1868, I met Bella. At 17 years old. I met her, and then we ended up being roommates, which is crazy full circle, and in the same sorority, obviously. But, yeah, I was really just anti, toured a bunch of schools. I wanted to go to Virginia Tech or, like, Florida State, like, something, like, big school like Miami, but, like, I don't know.
Did you want football?
I didn't know what I wanted, man. I really didn't know what I wanted.
And Dylan convinced you?
No, not even. I came here with Caitlin, my best friend.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't really want to go. Like, but my mom's like, I'll pay for you to go and, like... You know, I was, like, missing school, going to go out, and wanted to see my brother. Yeah. So, came here, went out one night, and I was like, I'm coming here. It took me one night. I walk in, and I was like, oh, my God, this is beautiful. And then we went out the first night, and I was like,
It is beautiful.
I'm coming here because we had the best time.
That's so cute. I didn't know that story. I feel like Miami does have that magic effect. Like, people are like, oh, once I really, like, step foot in Oxford.
100%. I was, like, freaking out because the cornfields. I had never
seen driving up
cornfields like that because we don't have those, like, at all.
So I'm like, it's Ohio, I'm used to it.
No. I was like, Gabby. And then I was like, Caitlin and someone was driving us, and I was like, oh my god, it looks like Children of the Maze. And he's like, it was filmed here, actually. And I was like, oh, and then he was joking. He was like excuse me.
You're fine, you can cuss.
Messing with us, but.
No, you like, so for those of you who don't go to Miami, like when you come here, you drive, you get off the highway, there's still some civilization, and then like 5 minutes later, it's just cornfields for like 20 minutes, and then the school randomly appears.
Literally out of thin air, it feels like. It's like,
and then it's nothing. Like, boom! And there's the whole campus.
Beautiful.
And we live in a house, which is so fun.
The cutest house ever.
But I know I do like me chicks. I can't be sad yet because then I have to think about seniors leaving, so I'm like, no.
I don't want to get into it
let's
either.
Pass. But now that you've been here with Dylan, what has that been like? Like, I feel like you guys are so close.
Yeah, we weren't always super close, honestly. Like, my family's really close. Like, I have three siblings total, so 4 of us.
Right.
And we've always been, like, close, but, like, Dylan and I obviously got into, like, fights. We were close in age. A lot of our friends, like, overlapped. In high school, like, party, like, wise.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that made him kind of uncomfortable. Like, just, like, I don't know. And then, but once he started driving me to school, like, his junior year of high school, we got so close, and that's when things changed, and now we're like best friends.
That's so funny because like driving my sister to school like probably made me like
really.
Yeah,
that's actually really funny. Oh, that's funny. That was like a pivotal time for our.
I mean, in some ways it was because we were like going and doing the same things, but like it wasn't not worth the stress.
Yeah. How far away were you?
It's only like a 10-minute drive, but with the traffic it was like 25. Because the whole road would just get backed up. But she would always make me
late.
Okay, almost late. Like, we'd park and, like, run in. Mm-hmm. And we only got, like, one actual tardy.
Oh, that's not bad.
Mine was never tardy. Now, like, once I left, she got tardy. She was tardy all the time.
I was never tardy because my dad would just call down the office and be like, hey, my kid's coming in a little late. Can you just...
And they would just scoot it over?
Yep.
Did you like having your dad at school?
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. We hung out. We were known as, like, okay, this is kind of, like, not cringy. It's cute.
Yeah, okay. I know what you're going to say, so...
My friend group, we would all hang out in my dad's room. We had, like, a couch, beanbag.
That's cute.
Whole thing. I would go in during my free blocks, take a nap in my dad's room. It was the designated nap area. Like, there was blankets. My mom, like, it was so awesome. And, like... If I didn't want to be in class, my dad would let me just come to... I probably shouldn't be saying that, but, like, my dad would just let me come to his room. He's, like, so chill. And then he's the type of teacher that everyone was like, Mr. Regan, Mr. Regan. And then, like... Aww. Yeah, it was just honestly really
That
fun.
sounds like honestly really great. Like, a lot of people have those teachers that they feel close with that they can just, like, go in their room whenever. But being your dad is, like, a whole other level.
It was definitely... But... It kind of, like, turned me off from, like, I think, making more friends. Like, being more, like, social and, like, that sense.
Because you always had that safety net, kind of?
No, because I was scared. My dad was like, you represent me. You represent our family. Like, you can't be doing anything bad. So I, like, I never, like, went to a party from my, like...
You didn't go out in high school at all?
No, I went out, but with my friends.
Oh, I was like, that doesn't correlate with what I've heard.
No. I know. No, with my friends from home, I would go out with. I would spend, like, the weekdays with my friends from Austin, which is what Austin Prep was what school, and then
the weekends. Okay, I had a few friends in some situations, but, like, I went to a public high school.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone was from, like, the same
area, which is...
So was it weird to go from public to, like, private Catholic to public again? Because, like, with me, I went to private Catholic college for a year.
I still can't believe that. We were actually, Bella and I, we just were talking about
Really?
that. Yeah, yesterday. We were like, I can't picture Gabby at a private.
Dude, I was there. It was so different.
What was that like?
I mean, I'm interviewing you. Just
okay.
No. Actually, I'll speak on this because I'm curious, like, how
Similar.
It's probably different from a high school experience because it was so, like, segregated into, like, the nursing majors and, like, the musical theater majors and then, like, everyone else and then, like, the men's, like, soccer and volleyball team. Like, that was kind of how it was, like, split. And it was just small and, like, how many people commuted? 2,000. Like, me now, like,
I can't even picture that.
I know. I know. I just, like, I have best friends from there still, though.
Yeah, and you always meet people
like,
that are...
I'm like, how are they still there? I'm like, I know they like it, but I'm like, whatever. But it was just very small. Half of that 2,000, those people commuted. And like I said, it was, like, your musical theater. Those are the people. And it was also COVID. So, like, my first semester, freshman year, I didn't go out at all till I had already had COVID. Because I didn't want to, like...
Yeah,
whatever.
That's respectful, and that's really good of you.
But even during my 90 days, like, if you went out, like, they would tell, like, the teachers. It was, like, crazy.
That's not a good community.
No, it's not like that at all anymore.
That's good.
But it was just very different, obviously, from here on the social aspect, like, the going out aspect. But also, like... we were with the same people.
So you weren't, like, being exposed to, like, a bunch of, like, type of thing? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, we would go, like, second semester, we had friends from UW La Crosse, which is, like, in the same city. And so we would, like, go out and do stuff like that. But also we were, like, not exposed to a lot of people because we were just with, like, the theater majors and, like, my class, like, all the time. Which made me really close to, like, my best friends. But, like, I feel like I'm someone who, like, has a lot of friends, like... in a lot of places, if that makes sense.
I feel like you do. That totally makes sense.
Which is, like, something that I think happens when you're kind of, like...
You bounced around.
Yeah, or, like, even when you're not... when you don't have, like, one best friend for a while and you learn to be, like, independent and your own best friend and then you have, like, a lot of great friends around you, but you don't need, like, a group to survive.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good quality to have.
I feel like you are the same way. Like, you have... multiple, like, groups that you're, like, a part of and that you, like, spend your time with. And I always think that Mira's really good at spending time with all of her, like, people, at least from my perspective.
I try. Sometimes I don't think I'm doing the best job.
I think you hold yourself to a crazy high standard then.
I don't know.
Because I think you are good at it, but also I guess, like, I don't even know all the different people who are probably, like, trying to pull you one way or another.
No, it's not even... No, you know everyone, basically.
Basically.
You do.
Like, I mean, I don't know, like, Dylan.
Oh,
Dylan's friends.
The thing is, like, Dylan is just, like, I see him when I see him, but I talk to him a lot.
Yeah.
But, like...
That's true.
When we're home, we're closer because... It's weird. Actually, I don't know. No, when we're home, we're closer to living in the same house.
you're in the same place. It's like how we're in the same
That's true.
place all the time. But anyway, I feel like that's actually really different than a private Catholic high school.
I don't know. My high school was kind of weird. I mean, I was there from 7th grade through 12th grade, so...
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a 6th through 12th grade school, which is, like, pretty intense, but...
That is pretty intense. Uniforms?
Oh, yeah. They weren't that bad. Honestly, they were kind of cute, now that I'm looking back. Like, I was such a complainer, but they were pretty cute. Plaid, like, the classic plaid skirt.
Was it pleated?
Yep.
Cute. Was it long?
No. Oh, bitch. We were rolling those, because I was, like... I got dressed, like, she was like, my friend, she was like, roll down your skirt, Marilyn. I was like,
oh my goodness.
I know. We'd have dress down days where we could pay to dress down in our normal
like
clothes.
how teachers they can wear, like, jeans on a Friday.
But it was never that often. It was like once in a blue moon.
That's really intense.
I know.
Well, I guess, like, did you have to buy all new clothes then when you got to college?
No, girl, I've been a shopping addict for a while.
Okay, let's get into it, though.
My shopping addiction, it was pretty brutal.
I wouldn't even, from my POV, I don't see it that much here.
No, not here. No, it's not anymore. It's really not.
So what was the arc of the shopping?
Freshman year of college, I told you, it was really bad. I went in with, like, $5,000, maybe $6,000. I came out first semester with, like, less than $1,000. And the majority of that was spent on clothes and other things of that nature.
That is pretty crazy.
Did you
feel like it was, like, you finding, like, yourself in college, or was it just something fun to do while like there was COVID?
It was COVID, yes, and also though I was going out like a lot. Like I was going out every day, and I know that's
really impressive.
Can you see me now doing that? Like
no!
I cannot even ever possibly think about going out more than like 2 days a week.
Now that like we're legal.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what it was. I think it was a boredom. My roommate Ellie was also a pretty big shopping addict. We fed into each other.
Okay.
There's themed parties. There was this.
Yeah.
I just joined a sorority. Like it was a combo.
Totally
I was like, this is gonna be for Rush. It was all online. I'm like, what am I even doing?
Right. It's kind of fun though.
It is fun, and I don't regret it because
Do you still have all the clothes, or like some of the clothes?
I do still have some of the clothes, but a lot of them's not my style anymore. So I gave them away to friends.
That's really nice. It's hard when people are like reselling and no one wants to like.
I don't ever make people pay.
Yeah, I mean, I get it for like nice things, like a nice dress.
No, I get that.
But yeah, I interviewed her for like a class project and we talked all about the clothes. I don't know. I wish I would just like buy clothes sometimes though, like so I'd have things I felt good in.
Yeah.
But it's hard to like justify when I've spent so much of my money on like Lululemon.
This girl has so much Lululemon.
It's bad. It's
crazy.
It's bad.
I mean, like, it's amazing,
no, it's
but it's,
crazy.
like, wild. It's, like...
It is a collection. I have had some of it since, like, 5th grade.
You do collect it at, like... Well, that's crazy because it lasted that long. That's
yeah.
nice. I mean, like, it shows a testament to how long it's going to be, but, like, I wish crazy. I could drop that.
But I'm, like, now that I need adult clothes, I'm like, oh, my God. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. So that's what I like kind of started getting rid of all my like whatever clothes because like going out like I was wearing like bra tops. Like you don't catch me wearing those really often anymore.
No. Every once in a blue moon. Every once in a dirty.
Yeah, that's fine. A little something here and there. But I was wearing like full lace corset out, like lace like bodysuit out, like lingerie out. Like I was.
People still do that though.
I know, but like.
Yeah, I don't know. I never had that era. Because I was at my other school.
Oh.
I would go out in leggings and a jean jacket and like a tank top.
Wow.
I know. And that was normal. And I looked better than, the other people.
No, I know what you mean.
Like I was
Trust. I'm from Boston. People girls do not dress up.
Here it gets a little intense.
Yeah.
Sometimes on a Saturday I'm like, I can't compete. I
can never compete. It is just the reality of it.
I can't compete. But it's nice to have so many roommates who can help me put my outfits together.
It is nice to have more, like, second opinions. Mm-hmm. I'll change my outfit, like, 8 or 9 times.
Yeah. I go out in the hallway and ask, like, 8 or 9 times and walk back and forth. It's bad. Whatever. Okay, moving along a little bit, though. You're here in Miami, and you are social work major. Correct? You have a minor, too?
No. I was a child life specialist, like trying to get that certification program, but you have to to graduate for your undergrad is a 450-hour unpaid internship for your bachelor's of social work. On top of that's a 480-hour practicum for your child life specialist practicum.
And they're not the same.
They're not the
same. You can't do the same.
Not what no.
Oh, wow.
So I would have to spend like an extra year doing my practicum for child life. And also I realized I didn't want to be in a hospital setting. It was really sad and traumatic, some of my class. Not traumatic. I'm being exact, but like it's heavy.
It's to learn about other people's trauma.
And it's really like already social work's heavy, but like adding like children dying, which is basically what I thought I wanted to do is like be like work in like a cancer oncology pediatric oncology unit, and I was like I can't.
No, well, social work's already shows how like caring you are. How did you like pick social work?
There was so many reasons why. I was just recently talking about that with some of my roommates.
We talk a lot.
Yeah, we talk a lot. We're big chatters, but I don't know. There's so many different things. One of them was the Gabriel Fernandez on documentary on is it Hernandez? Now I feel awful that I'm saying this, but I watched it in high school.
I know what you're talking about. I know
when it first came out, And I haven't been able to watch it since. It's like really awful, but it was just about a social worker basically just to, you know, like the system just failed him. And I was like, oh my god, I want to like do something. I always wanted to do something that would like impact someone or something on a greater level, like make some sort of difference. I know it sounds so cheesy, and I think a lot of people feel that way.
Because I think a lot of people give that up when they get to college, and then they do like a different track, and they lose that part of themselves that wants to like give back.
I know, I do. I understand, because I know like whenever I talk to people, like, oh, I love that, and like I wish like whatever X, Y, and Z, but like I know in my classes, like my professors are like, you know, like when we talk about something heavy, and like it can be like difficult and like triggering for some people, but it's like you're here for a reason. You decided to like join this major for a reason, and you're still here, especially now as like I don't know, rising senior, but that was a big turning point. But also, I don't know how deep I should get.
You can share as much as you want.
I'll just say it. I was sexually assaulted as a child, my sister and I, by my dentist. So I felt that really strongly. I want to possibly work with children like who are victims of sexual assault or any type of abuse or neglect. And also kind of like recently what I discovered, which I'm just kind of like coming to terms with, or not to terms with, but what I want to do in the future is kind of possibly go into like policy advocacy.
Okay.
Because we talk a lot about what's happening within the United States, and I think more people like us can run for future office, like some sort of office, and make change, because we're the people who are actually it's being affected by. And like we talk about like policy work a lot in my classes, and like how it affects what you can and can't do, and how you can practice social work, and how you can't, you know, with different changes within the system. I never even
thought about that.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Did you have someone help you when you went through that scenario, or no?
No. This was like kind of like when I went to therapy later. That was another reason why there's so many dimensions, but I didn't. I talked to my doctor, like my primary care, like pediatric doctor or whatever, and I think we were doing fine from my parents' eyes. Like we were okay, and we were like my sister Jay and I, like we would sleep in the same bed at night, and like we would have frequent nightmares, and like we wouldn't want to be alone with like male like figures, like other than my dad. Like I had my godfather was like, let me take Marilyn out on a date, and I remember I like had to freak out, and I was like, I can't go, like whatever. And then I had my dad was like, no, you're he didn't understand. He's like, no, you're going, like this is like your godfather. And I was like, can I bring Dylan? And he was like, sure, like fine, that's the only way that I would go, is if I had someone else with me. But no one helped me, and it was really sad. And like
that is really sad.
I blamed it on my parents for a while, which I shouldn't have, because they didn't know. Like, how do you necessarily know? Yeah. It was also whatever year, how many years ago? Like 15. A while ago. How old was I? How old am I now? Like 13 years ago. So it's like...
Yeah. Still, though.
It's different. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad it's different, and more people have people like you to, like, help them through those, like, times and scenarios, and, like, understanding how that fits within the bigger picture of their life.
Yeah.
But I can't even, like, imagine.
I know. It was tough. It was really tough. And certain, like, and I've been fine for a while, but, like, certain things will still come up, and I'm like, holy shit, like...
It's sneaky.
It is. Trauma sneaks up on you, and it happens. It's, like, weird triggers that will just, like, ignite it. I don't know. I was actually on Instagram, and I was like, let me just look up this motherfucker. Like, literally. And I realized, and I found out he retired. And I was like, in a way, I was relieved, obviously, because he was, nothing came about what when we tried to go to trial and take him to court and try to get his license revoked, went through the DA, was interviewed a bunch of times, like, all this stuff.
And
nothing happened because there wasn't sufficient evidence and proof and things like that, so that was also another triggering part. But, I found out that he retired, and I was like, honestly, this might sound selfish, but like my initial like thought was really like a lot of anger because I was like, damn, like he just got away with everything, and he just like is there and like can.
I don't really think that's selfish. I think it's looking at it through your lens of your life, but I wouldn't say that's selfish. To want justice.
To justice,
like,
yeah.
That's
I
not
still
selfish.
think about it. I'm like, I do, and I wish, and like I also think that there was definitely other people that I'm sure he did that too. So there's that level of it too, but I'm also thankful in a way that he won't be able to practice on children and have access to like the same population of people that he once did. But it's like he still is his doctor, like he still is well liked within our community and whatnot. So it's just like frustrating in that aspect.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary how many people have that position, have that access, and abuse it.
And how many, it's crazy coming to college and when you realize, or just talking to people in general, and then you realize how many people have so many similar stories to you, and how many women and girls, like young girls, have been like, have had a similar interactions with men and male figures within, or whoever within their lifetime.
It almost like when people are like, why are women just like scared to exist? It's like, this is why. Like, what do you mean why? Like, there's evidence to why.
This is our reality.
Yeah.
It's scary.
And it's one of those things you don't think about, like, almost till it happens to you or to someone you love. Which is, like, scary.
Yeah.
But I think, well, thank you for talking about that.
Yeah,
obviously.
of course.
But I think it's also really valuable that you can talk about it on something like this, and like people will connect and resonate.
Yeah. I'm honestly proud of myself too, because I used to not talk about it like a ton. But I'm glad that I think it's important to have open dialogue and
kind of like air.
Yeah, it feels good too. It's like a form of like
speaking your truth.
Yeah, it's a form of healing, totally.
Yeah.
So thank you for letting me.
Oh my God,
share it. Talk about it.
Well, that's another way you've like kind of taken control of, not control of that narrative, but control of like how your life and how you want to impact people is like with
definitely
Zach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Simon Exec. Wait, Exec? You said okay. I was like, yeah. I was like, Simon Exec. I am the VP of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
Right.
And yeah, it definitely just goes along with everything that I wanted to do.
And it's like great to see someone who is so compassionate and understanding in that role.
Try to be.
Yeah.
You know. I do sometimes think this goes back to like just an own insecurity, but like I do think I could be more strong within like my convictions and like what I want to do. I think I often think that people don't care as much as I do, and
yeah, honestly I feel the same way sometimes, like, but then when you really do talk to people, they do care a lot. And there's people that seem like they wouldn't, like, that you could pinpoint people, and they're the ones that actually like need those conversations and like need almost these kind of conversations. And like in high school, like just like Lewis telling you, but we had a club called like Marymount Girls United, and it was never like this deep of a conversation, but like when I was a freshman, the seniors and juniors that would like go to the club would share like stories similar, or just talk about like their experience like as a female and in high school, and it resonated with so many of the underclassmen, and I like and it made me feel connected to them and like less afraid to feel that way. And like I want to be able to bring that into like our Miami community and like our sorority community, but it's hard when you don't know if that's what people like want.
I also don't know like what the boundary is a lot of the time. Yeah, because
that's hard in like every organization I've been a part of.
Yeah, because I also think like within DEI, like I don't know, like I don't find a lot of topics to be uncomfortable, which I know is like not like how everyone feels. Like the majority of people don't feel that way. Yeah. But and then I'll like bring things up to maybe other people within our sorority, like I don't know if you should be doing that, or like it's like I don't know, like they're kind of, I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that. That would like be controversial. So I think it's kind of like a learning curve too, but also
that is something like a hard kind of like line to walk. And I find that in like other orgs too, but then whenever somebody does kind of like take a step over the line, like I'm always like supportive of it, and I feel like people are also always supportive of it, so
that's so true. I think I need to have more faith in people sometimes, maybe.
Yeah, but that's, yeah. I get that. I feel like I used to be, I still think I'm, like, not the best judge of character on the first, like, meeting of people. Like, I'm learning more from my roommates. I'm like, I don't ever make a judgment. Like, I won't be like, oh, they're, like, awesome, or, oh, they're, like, maybe, like, not the most awesome person. And then, like, I let them into my life without making a judgment, which I thought was, like, a good thing, because I was like, I'm not, like...
you're an open, like, you're
yeah,
open.
like, I'm open to people, but now I'm, like, that kind of opens my energy up to being, like, used by people that, like, don't...
And people take advantage of that, to be honest. Like, people know, and especially the manipulative people would take advantage of that type of nature.
Which is just, like, crazy to think about. And I think, like, from my past experiences, like, boys, I would never let, like, that happen anymore from, like, my previous relationships. Yeah. But, like, with girls and, like, friends, like, I'm always like, oh, like, whatever.
Do you think that... Did that start in college, or was that always kind of the way you were?
Well, I think that sometimes I'm also so self-focused that, like, I don't think about it. Like, I get so not, like, self-focused, but, like, focused on what I'm doing, that, like, when people come into my life, I don't take the time to think about how they're affecting my life, because I'm just, like, focused on, like, my homework, or, like...
This girl does...
You know,
I don't know
or,
how
like...
This girl does the most homework I've ever seen.
No, I'm, like, done with it. I can't do it any more assignments ever again.
And not just homework. Okay, I could get into it, but I'm not going to.
But you know what? I don't know. Like, I feel like I just
get what you're saying. I do.
But I also feel like...
Until it, like, affects you, and then you're like, this isn't healthy to have this in my life anymore.
I think I've gotten better at it.
Yeah.
But I guess I always do. Like, in high school, there was the same group of people, so I didn't have that experience of, like, constant new people in my life. Like, I always had new theater people, but, like, for some reason I was more, like, I wouldn't say careful, but, like, aware of theater other actors' energy, because, like, we can be so dramatic and so, like, put our lives into other people's, and...
I love theater people. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about all the theater people I know. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I do. I can't help it.
I do still love all my theater. It is sometimes nice to just, like, sit and, like, talk about, like, theater.
I love it.
We don't ever really do it, surprisingly.
I mean, like, I watched youth theater because Jay was in youth theater, and I loved it, and then, like, we'd go to shows or whatnot, but, like, I don't know, like, the lore of everything, if you will.
I don't know the lore of it, but I, like, okay, that's when I am critical, I will admit, is, like, a show, like, I can...
I feel like, yeah, I'm not like that. I just enjoy it. I'm
like,
anything, I'm like, oh my god, I love it.
Don't let them take it, always see theater like that. I can teach you. Anyone can sing.
Really? Mm-hmm. Could you actually?
Yeah, I was giving Maggie voice lessons when she was doing my nails last night.
Okay.
Coming soon. Singing episode.
No, maybe in, like, after a year of worth. Wait, we should do, like, a jump
to the future. Yeah, to the future. To, like, us singing together.
Yeah. Oh my God,
I don't really sing anymore, but I remember enough about, like, how the voice works that I feel like I could teach.
Why don't you sing? Oh, I'm gonna start asking you questions. Do you?
I don't know. I just, like, took such a hard break from it. And singing was, like, the thing I was always worst at.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I was more of, like, an actor / dancer.
Okay. Yeah, I always thought I was, growing up, was dancer, actor, singer, but I think I'm really an actor first. Like, I realized that when I did theater my freshman year, like, I find it through physicality, which is, like, related to dance, but, like, my weight fluctuated my freshman year a lot, and that does really affect your dancing. And, like, I also, like, lost some technique because my senior year I cheered instead, but I would not give that up for anything. That was, like, the most fun thing ever. But singing was always harder for me than other people. And I wasn't a natural at all. And I, like, worked...
I was a natural.
Some people are crazy good. Sabrina's really good.
What if I sing and, like, you're like, she's a natural?
And I'm like, she's brilliant.
She actually has a really good voice.
Honestly, I think what makes a natural is when you don't have when your muscles are naturally, like, relaxed, because for me, the hard part was, like, learning how to, like, let go of certain parts of, like, you know, my larynx or my tongue or my jaw. I'm super set. Like, I'm so aware.
I don't think I can do it.
You, maybe. We'll have to try after the episode.
Okay.
But... yeah, so when I finished my freshman year, that was the best my voice has ever been, and then I did a hard stop, and so I'm like, I know it won't be good, so I, like, don't. I sing around my house.
I was gonna say, I hear it, I'm like, I hear you sing a little.
I love singing in the car, because I feel like I can do a full warm-up and then, like, sing, but if I'm around the house, Like, and I just want to, like, sing a song. I'm like, I gotta hold on, let me go warm up first. Like, pull up my piano app on my phone. Exactly.
Mommy, maybe munch my M&M.
Yeah. I definitely did that one. I forget how we got here.
I did too. Sorry.
We do this a lot.
I know. I'm so bad at getting people off track.
No, I love it. I'm like trying to think though because I feel like I have something else to ask you. I don't know. But yeah, I think like anyone can sing. Just like I think anyone can
cook.
I don't.
Anyone can cook. No, from Ratatouille.
Oh yeah. I don't like to cook. I could, but Marilyn's gonna teach me more before we move out.
Don't say that, dude. I can't stop.
Now you've said it so many times, it's like in my head.
So
okay,
funny.
Speaking of cooking, perfect segue.
Okay.
Let's get into your health, wellness. I look up to Marilyn for her dedication and what's the word? It's not self-control, but it's like when you like commit to something and you like do it a lot to like take care of yourself. Basically that, but there's like a word for it. It'll come to me.
I don't know. I'm like routine.
But like
I don't even
kind
have a
of
routine,
discipline.
Oh, discipline.
You're disciplined with like how you take care of yourself like physically and like mentally.
Wow, that's a really big compliment. I don't think I do that well.
Really?
Necessarily. I mean, I've gotten better at it this semester, or this year probably, but before I was not good at that. I guess you only knew me this year, so I guess I've been better about it, but thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know. I went through a little depressive dip in the fall, so then I went up on my medication and I was like, I need to figure out a way to like calm my mind, and I looked up yoga studios near me and I found the closest one that's like right down the street. And then I started going and now I'm obsessed and it's like changed my life, honestly.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's honestly.
Have you ever told your like teachers that?
Yeah. Actually, have I? No, but I don't think so. But I say how like often I love it.
Yeah,
love it here.
And you'll go at like 6 a.m. sometimes.
Yeah, I used to be better. Jackie and I would do that more.
Well, now it's like a different kind of this point in the semester where like we'll stay up later because the sun's up later.
That's exactly. I haven't been able to fall asleep a lot.
I haven't either. I've been waking up too.
Way too. And because then I like don't. I went to yoga this morning and I like almost didn't want to get up and it was at 8:30 and I was like,
that still early to me.
It's early to me too.
I'm always up really late though, I feel like.
Yeah, I definitely do hear you and Mackie downstairs still.
I know. People can hear us.
Like, lightly.
Like we're, like, loud? Or, like, you just hear our presence?
Just hear
to me, unloading the dishwasher, it's, like, clanging. Yeah, that's probably loud. Sorry.
I'm like the dishwasher. I'm gonna have PTSD from a dishwasher after
from the sink.
I'm the sink. Not just that sink, any sink. Any sink that has dirty dishes, I'm actually.
No, I'm in Chicago. We had a tiny sink. Okay, I had a roommate. Yeah, for real. I am living there again this summer. Surprise. I don't think I've told the internet that at all, but my sink is bigger. But I had this little sink, and my roommate left a pot in it for actually a week and a half, and, like, we all refused to do it because it was, like, a repeating thing that, like,
she wasn't,
that they would do. So they were like, it was my boyfriend's. We're like, no, we like saw you use the pot and you left in the sink for
and
like
I'm
a week.
Dude, I'm like, even if it's your boyfriend's, you still gotta clean it.
I know.
Like,
I mean, now I would just clean it, but like we were just so upset about how it was like such a repetitive thing that we were like on strike. It's like, why don't we just put it in their room?
I wish I was more petty. Honestly, sometimes I wish I could. Actually, no, I don't. I don't. That's not.
No, it's kind of like fun to watch from an outside perspective, but sometimes like I need to get over myself. Like I can do it, I can handle it.
I know it takes like 5 minutes, but that's what makes me more angry. I'm like, it takes so little. Just do it.
If you guys can't tell, this is a hot topic.
This is like between us, especially.
I know. I don't know who else is like feels the rage.
And like the okay, I'm not
whatever. Skip
next.
Okay, but Oxford Community Yoga. If you guys go to Miami, that's what it's called, right? I've been there. We went there for Sisterhood. It was really great.
DIX Sisterhood event.
And that was the day of their initiation. Or the day before. Really cute. Good timing.
It was really nice.
And I loved it there. Yeah.
The plants, everything. Those are my plants back there.
Love.
A few of them. But yeah, it's a great vibe, and honestly, I'm excited. One day I want to get my yoga certification.
I was gonna say
in Hawaii, I think.
Oh, that would
I'm
be
moving
amazing.
there.
You want to talk about like what
Maybe
you're
just-
doing post grad?
Okay,
Like, some more exciting things
Yeah,
besides
this is
just
more
having to like
exciting.
move out of the house.
I
Like,
know, more exciting. Okay,
Yes.
so senior year, we end. My sibling Jay and I are
We're
gonna
done.
be-
Whole year.
We're
Skip.
done. Skip. Fast forward. I will be moving to Hawaii with my sister Jay, and we're gonna be living on Oahu, where my family lives. That's where my mom's side of the family is from. Her mom, so my maternal grandmother. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get my master's. I think I'm gonna do a year of working, and then hopefully within like some sort of social work aspect. And
Or
then,
maybe you can get yoga.
and then I do want to get my yoga certification up during the same time.
And then you're gonna do
And
your
then-
master's in social work.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I want to do clinical social work, and you need to get your master's to like, therapy and stuff. So
That's really exciting.
I know, I'm excited.
I'm gonna come visit.
Yes.
Like it's already on the
2024.
books.
What is it? No, not 20.
Yeah, like
December
to
2024.
Christmas in Hawaii, 2024.
Meli Kaliki Maka, bitches.
I've been already begging my parents. I'm like, my dad retires that January. I graduate that December. My parents love Hawaii. They've been like 11
I know,
times.
your mom, no, she was
And
saying
they've
like,
been back in like 10 years. And I'm like, come on, give it the program, people.
come on, you have a place to stay. Your family can pile up and we'll go live with
they're
a
gonna
friend
want to
by
go
then.
to like Maui and the Big Island
that's
too.
fine. Okay, yeah.
Into that,
Oh wait,
like,
I guess
little-
you come to me and for,
That
like,
little like volcano village
Wait.
they were talking about.
Yeah.
You should come to that.
I'll come to that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, we're planning
The whole trip. Yeah. I'm jealous you have a plan. A little.
Yo.
But it also, you know what?
But you
It
got an
teaches
extra.
me-
Yeah.
It teaches me that I can plan something fun and exciting too.
You can do anything you want.
Yeah.
That's what I realized, guys. Go after it. I'm like, if you want to move to Hawaii, like, move to Hawaii. Like, if you want to move across the world, move across the world. You only have one life. Like,
Mhm.
you
I think
can
I've
always go
started
back
to learn
home.
that like so much more like
you can,
since I quit theater, and I'm like, I'm not letting my career ever tell me like where to go.
no, you can literally do anything. I know it's like
It's hard with like I think like that, and then I like can't get an internship for the summer, and I'm like, I don't have the funds to like do what I want.
I know. I understand that.
So-
but what if it's
Like at the core of it, like post grad, I'm gonna pick the location and then let
Yes.
the job follow.
exactly like what Bella did?
Yeah,
She did perfect.
she did do perfect.
That's what I'm trying to do.
It'll all work out.
It's going to.
Oh, okay. Well,
Thank
anything else you
you.
want to like just
No,
mention?
I
Shout
just
yourself out, I guess.
Oh, okay. Maybe just my TikTok.
Okay, slay. Are you gonna do like book reviews on TikTok?
Should I? Oh my god, I will.
Yes.
Okay, follow me at Marilyn Regan.
I'll put it on the
R-E-G-A-N.
screen.
MARREGAN.
Beautiful. Love it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
This
you
was
for
really
coming
fun.
on. I know.
I hope
I'm
that
like,
it was
you
a
gotta
good
come
episode.
back.
I don't know if it
Oh,
was
it
like...
totally was.
Okay.
They'll say the same thing. They're gonna be like,
Leave a
when's
comment.
Marilyn coming back on?
Stop.
Follow her. Follow
Yeah.
me. Subscribe. Follow the TikTok. I'm shadow banned right now, so help me out of that situation.
I'm gonna get you
It's
out of
because I
that.
read it truly, I think, and they think I'm under 21. Except it says in my bio it says 21. But whatever, that's not important.
It's fine.
The fact that I'm actually posting on my YouTube channel is
Yay!
more important.
It's very exciting.
And look out for the next roommate series. I know.
who will it be?
I know.
I don't know.
Do you even know all the roommates? You can find them on my Instagram. Like follow me.
Go follow.
No, but thank you so much for coming on. I like. Oh. It's always fun to talk to you. I'm sorry,
always
Mary.
fun.
We do.
My
this-
armpits are so...
I know. I'm
been
sweating.
Like, yeah, I'm like...
Like I gotta go shower. Okay.
bye.
Bye, guys.